Joan, hi. Nice to have you here.
Great to be here.
Well, watching a movie of you on YouTube, I saw you wore a necklace with, I think, the silhouette of Africa on it.
Yeah.
It's your necklace, I think?
Yeah?
I was just wondering, do you have any special connection with Africa, or do you have been there?
I have. I was there a year ago. I was in Ethiopia. And I had been to Africa once before, to South Africa, a few years before that. And both trips were incredible. I mean, the first one was really amazing because I saw a lot of animals that I'd only seen on TV. But interpersonally, it was quite sad because there was a lot of fear in people's eyes and not a lot of communication. It didn't seem like...
Did you feel as an outsider there when you were there? Or?
Sure, yeah. It's very... it didn't seem like really people from different races really spoke to each other very much. There was just a lot of really intense poverty, and it just seemed, you know, I was just there for a little bit, but it seemed quite sad.
Were you there for musical purposes or just?
No, I was there with my brother on a trip, vacation. Yeah. So then when I returned to that continent but to Ethiopia, it was very different experience. The people were very open and very friendly and curious, and just came right up to me and started asking me lots of questions and started introducing me to their family members and stuff. And that's how I am. So I felt very comfortable there, and and then the music, I was there to study the music in February. I went with a program called Africa Express that...
was it this year or last year?
Last year, a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
That Damon Albarn and Ian Burrell put together, where they go to a different part of Africa each year, and they choose people to come with them. And I feel very lucky that they chose me, because Ethiopia is really just like one of the most astounding places I've ever been.
Can you name maybe one example of maybe a musical encounter you had there with somebody that maybe inspired you a little bit, or found its way onto something you did afterwards?
Well, I mean, I did recordings of a lot of the, usually during the day we would see some sort of more folk music, and then at night we'd go to the clubs and hear more of the nighttime music, you know, popular music or whatever. And so I recorded some people that were doing like cyclical breathing, chanting stuff and clapping, which was just, you know, it's incredible. We don't use that kind of breathing in our culture, usually. So it was really, it's just amazing to hear what people can do with their bodies, you know, musically. So that's on the beginning of the record, and a few other times throughout.
On your newest record?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have to learn that technique yourself, or you did?
No, I tried to get them to teach me, and I almost choked. You know, amazing to be around. And then in the clubs at night, because Ethiopia is on the east side, there's a lot more Arabic influence as well as African influence, and so the rhythms and the forms they use and the scales they use are just very, you know, they're new to me. I mean, I listen to a certain amount of Ethiopian and other music from the East, but to hear it live and, you know, just like effortlessly changing together the bands, like you know, I think I got it, and then there it goes, and they're somewhere else, and they're playing in 11 or whatever, and I'm just it's great.
You were just watching with your mouth open.
It's just great. Yeah, it's great.